Hey everybody, Sean from Media Assault here, and it's time for the first installment of my Halloween horror series for 2016. This year I'll be reviewing 4 films as usual per my Halloween horror series. Every year I review approximately one horror film per week for the month of October, and this year I am starting off with The Witch from 2015. This was written and directed by Robert Eggers, and it bills itself as it has a different tagline on the front, but when the credits are running, it calls itself a New England folk tale, I believe, or an old English folk tale, or something to that effect. But it says evil takes many forms on the box. And this is a film that takes place in the 1600s in the newly colonized Americas. And we see a family. I don't believe we ever learned their last name, but this family, which includes a mother, father, 2 daughters, and 2 sons, and a newborn, who I believe is a boy. They are banished from their village for not following the word of God to the apparently right measure, and they're forced to live on their own in the wilderness. And I don't want to give too much away, but basically what happens is religious fanaticism seems to tear the family apart bit by bit, person by person. This is kind of a unique movie because it's sort of billed as a horror film. It's more of a psychological unsettling film. I don't know that it's necessarily a horror film. It has horror elements, but it is definitely a creepy and unsettling movie. Like I said, I don't want to give too much away about it. I heard a lot of good things about it going in. I picked it up as a blind buy maybe 2-3 months ago, finally got around to watching it today, and I was really impressed by it. I really thought that it was very well made. The cinematography is fantastic. The performances are really good. The dialogue is true to the period, which is a little hard to get used to at first, but it does get easier as time goes on, and it's just a really well-made, unsettling movie. Now, if you're looking for something that would really scare the bejesus out of you, I don't know that this would be the movie, but this is definitely one of those movies that's more of an old-fashioned horror type film where it kind of creeps you out more so than there's jump scares, which I don't consider scary. I consider them really cheap. But I think The Witch is a really well-made film. It tells a really interesting story, although it's not a story that instantly grabs you. It's more of a slow burn type film. It did take probably about a half an hour for it to set its hooks into me, and then by the end I fully bought into it. The end is especially good. I really enjoyed the ending. I really have to give a shout out to not only the director Robert Eggers, but the performers, whose names I'm not familiar with at all. Anya Taylor-Joy plays Thomasin, the daughter, who seems to be more or less the focal point of the film. Ralph Ineson, who I believe plays the father, Kate Dickey, Harvey Scrimshaw, Ellie Granger, Lucas Dawson. That's who is billed on the Blu-ray back cover. I did not do a lot of research about the movie. I wanted to kind of go in knowing as little as possible so the film could kind of win me over on its own merits, and it really did. I really, really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend it if you're looking for a movie that more or less gets you to think, will creep you out a little bit, but definitely is a well-made film that leaves you probably with more questions than answers, but you don't feel cheated at the end when it happens. So I highly recommend The Witch. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, and what can I say? Go see it, pick it up. There you go. That's my review of The Witch. Next time out, I'm not sure which movie I'm going to do next. I have 3 other films that I want to do. I did post them on my Facebook page. I'm going to also be doing Blackula, Maggie, and The Lords of Salem before the month is over. I'm not sure which one will be next, but stay tuned and we'll both find out together. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.